Carlos Alcaraz, I understand that people argue about who is the best between us, Sinner and me, but Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, who have won the last 5 slams between them, could be shaping up into the Federer-Nadal mould of mutual respect, though deranged followers might want to see the rivalry sharpened. The pot has begun stirring, and stans craving controversy are readying to kick-start another tennis rivalry, which in sport often turn toxic online. Except, Carlos Alcaraz isn't buying into the tripe hype of the battle with Jannik Sinner. The two men who have won the last 5 slams between them could be shaping up into the Federer-Nadal mould of mutual respect, though deranged followers might want to see the rivalry sharpened. When Italian tennis journalist Giovanni Palazzo asked Carlos Alcaraz about Sinner withdrawing from Rotterdam ATP 500, the Spaniard, 21, offered a balanced viewpoint, even as he casually uttered that Sinner has proven to be the best tennis player at the moment. Sinner's withdrawal? I understand. I know how difficult it is to stay healthy after a slam where you go all the way. I guess he didn't feel ready to play another tournament so soon, which was smart, Alcaraz told Palazzo. As per his Twitter account, Sinner, 2 years older in age and on the tour, has struck consistency, winning his last 10 matches against top tenors without dropping a set. The Italian has 19 ATP titles compared to Alcaraz's 16, and the Spaniard has had a bunch of off-the-kilter losses. Alcaraz went down to Gael Monfils at Cincinnati, to Botic van der Zandschulp at US Open and Nicolas Jarry at the Buenos Aires final last year. However, Alcaraz went 3-0 vs Sinner last year, which had prompted Patrick Muratoglu to say that Jannik Sinner is not the best player in the world right now. Alcaraz, who went down to a hobbling Djokovic at Melbourne, speaking at Rotterdam to Palazzo, said, "Jannik has proven to be the best at the moment, it's crazy what he's doing. I understand that people argue about who is the best between us two, but for me and for the tennis players who play against him, Jannik is definitely the strongest." While Sinner aces hard courts, Alcaraz remains a threat on clay and grass, but acknowledged that he goes deep in tournaments. Palazzo also quoted Alcaraz as telling him, "I don't agree with what Muratoglu said. Jannik will have lost 4/5 matches in a year, he has no ups and downs. In every tournament he participates in he either reaches the final or lifts the trophy. Their off-court camaraderie is pretty evident, though set-up poses thrown to draw out a cackling statement or two to create drama is never far off. However, the two have been known to giggle walking away from reigns, throw smiles in response to each other's outrageous shots, pose arm in arm for pictures like at Six King tournament, and remove confetti sitting like a spike on the other's head. But with sports fan bases, this is more loaded, with Sinner being an Italian. Unable to stay drama-free, both young greats will keep receiving provocative questions. They might just have to seek greatness of not getting riled variety from non-Messi Messers Federer and Nadal, while they hoard slams.